Hey there! Did you know Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices? And when you download the Kroger app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Kroger today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and welcome to another EPL Index Transfer Daily. So we are Sunday people, aren't we? Notoriously the day for gossip, transfer tales, and many other things. So let's have a look at what is going on in the football world. And it all revolves around English players, doesn't it? Probably looking to get into the England squad for the Euros. And we won't start where you think we maybe would, but it was worth calling out that last night, the Mirror specifically, and a few others have alluded to it, but you've got to give the Mirror the lead if it's correct, that West Ham have potentially won the loan race for Calvin Phillips, the Manchester City midfielder who's not really had a kick under Pep, looks set, if that's true, to go on loan to West Ham. However, he's not really the England player that's been dominating headlines, and it's a surprise one, really, isn't it? It kind of came from nowhere that Bayern Munich, it seemed they were going to take Nordi Mukiele from PSG, and that was their right-back issues because he also plays centre-back sorted. However, out of nowhere, it started breaking yesterday, and Plettenberg and Romano both confirmed that Kieran Trippier, the Newcastle right-back, 33 years old, has agreed personal terms with Bayern Munich. Now, quite a few papers and places have followed that up today. So, Sky Sports said that, yes, personal terms have been agreed, but Newcastle have rejected the approach. And the Times specifically mentioned that Trippier has agreed those personal terms and he is really keen to join, which is understandable. And this isn't being disrespectful at all to Newcastle, but they are closer to mid-table more than anything now, aren't they? Where you see they are in the league, they're out in the Champions League, whereas at Bayern, he can be competing for titles. It's the twilight of his career. His own mucker, Harry Kane and Eric Dyer are there. And also, he can play in the Champions League still. So it's fully understandable. And also, people forget Trippier came from Atletico, so he's used to having that experience abroad, might well fancy one last adventure. It would be zero surprise if he does not want to go there as quickly as possible. But we'll have to see. Newcastle are not going to be happy, despite their financial questions after their results, just to let people wander on for nothing. Sticking with Newcastle, though, the Mail and others specifically have that Newcastle rejected a loan inquiry for their England international, another England international, Callum Wilson from Atletico Madrid. However, they could sell if an offer is made, a permanent one for the 31-year-old. Yeah, there's quite a few older England internationals now at Newcastle, and obviously question marks around who they might be willing to part with, shall we say. So Callum Wilson now rumoured to be leaving. Moving to Manchester City. So there's quite a few stories going around, wasn't there? And it links to the Saudis. The Saudis will have a $2 billion budget, and two of their main targets. Now, the one at Manchester City.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Is Kevin De Bruyne. So the Mirror has that City are ready to offer him a new contract, obviously with a 33-year-old, one of the main targets for Saudi this summer. So City will seek to head that off with a contract renewal. And the other one doing the rounds, which is probably zero surprise at all, is Mo Salah for Liverpool. So those will be ones to keep an eye on more for the summer. Moving to United, they've got a few stories, haven't they? So the Star has that Casemiro, they'd like to ship him on because of his age, his wages. I don't think that would be a real surprise at all. Sky Sports Germany had quite a few stories on this, that United are interested in the Dutch striker at Ajax, Brian Brobbery. Now, Brian Brobbery has had a decent season there in a woeful campaign for Ajax. So he's been linked with a move to Old Trafford. It'll be interesting to see if that's permanent or temporary. But it is saying about this transfer window specifically. Moving towards the summer, however, it's very much saying that United, and there's a few stories done the rounds on this, looking at Bayern's defender Matthias de Ligt, 24 years old. It's not really gone to plan at all, has it, since his big money move there? So that is one to keep an eye on in that regard. One that it kind of links wider afield. I mean, I saw it's AS, it's reported, and a few other British sites had it. Laporte, wasn't he? Be interesting to see, did a story, and he kind of puts on Twitter across and says it falls, but a lot of people are carrying it that the conditions are not maybe what players signed up for, and the word dissatisfied came out there. So that is definitely one to keep an eye on to see whether he firmly denies that or anything follows up at all. Everton, an interesting one with Jordan Henderson leading out Al Ettifaq. Liverpool Echo said that Doucouré is one of their main targets, that if they can't get Seko Fofana to come on loan from another Saudi club, which is their main aim, that they will move again hard for Abdoulaye Doucouré, the 31-year-old midfielder. So it'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on there. The Mirror also has that Mikel Arteta seems pretty much to have poured cold water over any January transfer moves. The suggestions it links to PSR as well. But that literally would end the interest in Brentford's Ivan Toney, which is the big one. As well, quite a few have had this. The Athletic, the Times had it. Romano mentioned it, that Villa have now submitted a third bid for Morgan Rogers, the former City product, the 21-year-old England sort of attacking midfielder forward, you could say as well, who is at Middlesbrough. They seem very keen to get this done, Monchi and Emery, don't they? So almost be a surprise. The player wants it. However, Middlesbrough will be looking and saying, hold on, we've got a Carabao Cup semi coming up, haven't we, against Chelsea? We've got, we're 1-0 up, all focus on that. So this is a very much, I'd say, an unwelcome distraction that way. And the final one, just to mention, is a few that it's very possible. City is in the Star, really. Is it Brazilian winger Savio? Is it Girona from French club Troy? Both clubs, guess what? They're part of the City group. So he's one that's really shone, hasn't he, with Girona's sort of the surprise story in La Liga this season. So if City want, they can, of course, pull that trigger on Savio through the multi-club ownership model. But listen, ladies and gents, it was Sunday. There's obviously a lot happening. There's a lot happening with England internationals, isn't there? Or there was Smith Rowe yesterday as well, but Trippier, Wilson, Henderson, Calvin Phillips, all people angling for those moves to get into the Euro squad. So they are ones to keep an eye on very much. But that was, ladies and gents, the Transfer Daily for EPL Index.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.